Good morning, students. We have been seeing about hobbies, right? You all love hobbies a lot, so you can spend a lot of time doing your hobby during your leisure time. Nowadays, you have a lot of time all through the day, so you may focus on a lot of hobbies, developing yourself. At the same time, you learn from the subjects too. That's really nice. So now today, before going into the lesson, let us recall what we have seen in the section 1. We have seen about the hobby of writing of money. He was a school student, right? I hope you remember everything. So he developed little by little. He was not that much good in writing, but only gradually he developed himself. So it is not about whether we are good in our hobby or not. Only thing that we need to have is interest. If you have interest, then you develop. If you don't have interest, we don't develop in that hobby. So whether it is writing or reading or learning, even a hobby in science, experimenting. Likewise, we have a lot of hobbies: gardening, jogging, cycling, many things. So likewise, book reading, you can develop that only if you have interest. That's what we have seen in the previous section. Today we are going to see about another person. This is all about making use of the opportunities. We may get a lot of opportunities to develop our hobby, whether we are making use of that. We have a lot of teachers to teach the language, to teach the science, to teach social, the history, to teach mathematics. Whether we are making use of them, they are available. This is the opportunity that we have nowadays. And even if we finish our schools also, we can learn from a lot of resources. So whether we are making use of those resources or not, that is what we are going to see. Today we are going to see about one person. His name is Ajay Kumar Garg. Ajay Kumar. Okay, so this person is a very special one because he has a impairment. He has an impairment means disability. He is a deaf person. He lost his ability of hearing at the age of 3. Imagine, the age of 3 means he was not even might be going to school, maybe pre-kg. Okay, so in that age, at that age, he lost his hearing. And how he managed to develop himself even if he is not having the hearing ability. See, most of us often complain. If we want to study, we start complaining. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have mobile, I don't have internet, I don't have books, I don't have this, I don't have that. We know to complain a lot, but just you have to learn a thing from Ajay Kumar. He doesn't have the ability of hearing, which is really a hurting thing, a hurtful one. Just imagine just closing our eyes throughout the day without hearing anything. We may not hear anything. Even if a person speaks to us, only if we hear, we can reply them, we can have enjoyment, we can have conversation. Nothing is there for Ajay Kumar. So that is a greatest obstacle, a hindrance for Ajay to develop himself. So he never complained about that at first. Okay, he never complained. So we should stop complaining the obstacles. We should stop complaining the problems that we have. It might be a small one or it might be a bigger one. Don't complain. Okay, only that thing will make us to move further. That will make us to give some interest to learn something new. If we complain ourselves that I can't learn, I don't know pronunciation, even though I practice a lot of times, I can't pronounce correctly, or even though if I practice a lot of times, I can't make the sums correctly in mathematics, I can't remember. That is another complaint of some students. I can't remember if I memorize. Those are the complaints that we make. See, there are differences from one person to the other person. One student might remember within one time, then the other student might have some struggle to remember. They have to study 10 times, then they can remember. The thing is, everyone can do what the other student does positively. They can learn. Everyone can learn writing, reading. Everyone can learn speaking. The thing is, we must stop complaining. We must stop complaining about our inability. That is what Ajay done. He never complained about his hearing ability, disability, but he started learning. How he started learning? He made the opportunity useful. That is the first thing. He got one person. His name was Sri Shualal. Sri Shualal. He was a court artist in Rajasthan. Okay, court artist means a person who used to make artworks, paintings for the royal palace people. Okay, the royal people. So that much he knows. He was appointed as court artist by royal people in the royal palace. So that person saw this Ajay Kumar Garg's artworks. He used to draw everywhere on the wall. Ajay Kumar, okay, because he was a kid, So one time his dad bought and gave him paint set, and he was very much interested on that, and he started painting all over the walls. And that is what the start of his learning. Okay, that is how he started learning. See, even he never complained not having art books and all. Okay, he just started painting all through the walls. And that person, Sri Shwalal, saw all those paintings when Ajay was just 5 years old. These all the things happening when he was 5 years old. And he got really impressed, and he started to teach him, to give him some basic training about artworks. So that was the first opportunity. Even Ajay made use of that opportunity. Then the second time, he got an opportunity to learn from Asha Devi. This is second person in his life, Ajay's life. Okay, Asha Devi. Remember these names. Asha Devi, she taught the traditional Indian miniature painting. Know this term. Traditional means it has been done over a period of time, maybe centuries or generations, generation to generation. The people used to have a kind of style of painting. That's what we call traditional. So here, traditional Indian, okay, Indian miniature. Miniature means anything that can be done in a small size. That is what miniature. We have to call it, pronounce it miniature. Okay, so even you can call, if a Taj Mahal is created by using thermocols, then it is the miniature of the real Taj Mahal, because the Taj Mahal is bigger in size. The thermocol, by using thermocol, what we create Taj Mahal is very small. So that is what miniature. So in painting also, she taught him how to paint in a very small size, and that helped him to use magnifying glass. That means lens. Okay, by using lens and having one hair brush. Just imagine there would be only one hair in the brush, paint brush, only one hair. Using these two, Ajay learned how to draw. So he learned that from Asha Devi. She taught that. He made use of that opportunity. Okay, so that is how he developed his hobby. And you know what was the consequence of these kind of good character of him? Not complaining about his disability and making use of opportunities. These are the two good characters that we find within Ajay Kumar Garg. You know what was the result of this? He displayed 150 paintings in one exhibition. Okay, 150 paintings for sale. So if a person likes one painting, they might pay whatever amount you say, and they will get that. Out of 150 paintings, he sold 144. 144 paintings were sold. It is not a simple thing. Paintings will earn a lot of money. and he earned a lot of money out of his paintings. And even he never stopped with that sales itself. Even he got award from APJ Abdul Kalam. That is the another consequence, the result of his hard work, the result of not complaining, the result of making use of opportunities. He got national award from Indian President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. That happened in 2004. Just imagine yourself in that place, getting a national award because of your hobby. You just create as a hobby, then you train yourself as a professional in that, and then you reach out to the world and getting recognition all throughout the world. Not only in India, even throughout the world. He Ajay Kumar started reaching out his works even in United States, United Kingdom, US, UK, everywhere in the world. He became famous. And not only he stopped there itself, even he became a very good character person to take care of hearing impaired people, the deaf people like him. There are a lot of persons, right? This is another good character. When we reach the heights of our life, when we become a very rich person, we should not forget the persons who are in the same level as we are now. We should not forget them. We should start helping them, because we reached to the higher level in our life, so we have to think about them. We must start helping. So that is the other good character that we learned from Ajay. He started to become a the executive member of Deaf and Dumb Association in Rajasthan. There was an association means a group of people. They will have their strategies to help these kind of impaired people, deaf and dumb people. They used to create opportunities for them, to teach them, to train them, to make them independent in their life, not to be dependent upon any other person. So he became the executive member. That means he will plan, he will give ideas, he will help them, he will go and meet those persons. See how he started to help those kind of persons in his life. All these things were happening in Rajasthan. And even he started to give free training for impaired children. Okay, impaired children means disabled children. So he is giving free training for children in Jaipur, and even the children in orphanages in Jaipur. Soon after we reach the higher level, we should not forget to help others. You will become the best in this world in any field. After becoming that, don't forget the poor people. Don't forget the people who still remains in the same level of life. You start helping them. That's what the good character we can have. So this is another one we can learn from Ajay Kumar. So he is helping even the children. Okay, then even he changing something, that miniature painting, he wants to change that, to revive that, because no person is learning that, who will most of the time we don't get interest to draw in rice. It is really tough thing, but if you learn, then nobody else is there to do that. You are the special one, you will be the best one. So what he wants to do is, he wanted to revitalize means giving some energy for that, to make people to learn that artwork. So he wanted to do some revitalization for that artwork. See how much the good character we can learn from him. And that is how his hobby turned him to a successful person. It became a successful career. Why? He learned about his hobby, he developed his hobby as a skill, and he learned in a proper way. Not just having hobby to spend time, but to learn something, to develop to the next level, along with some good characters. And that is what made him to reach the highest of his life throughout the world. So this is what the things that we learn, and everything you can find in this section 2. I will be sending you the picture. Go through this. Even I will send you the reading practice, so you can practice and send the audios afterwards. Okay, and don't forget to learn the new words: impairment, miniature. Okay, magnifying glass is for the lens. It makes the things to be seen bigger in size. That is what magnifying. And then impairment, revitalize. I have taught you a lot of words. You can even find a lot of other words in these paragraphs. You can make note of things and find out the meanings and make a list. That is also a homework. As a homework, you can do it. And don't forget to read and practice well the pronunciations. I will send you the audio, then you can send back the audio files. Practice well first, then record and send the audio files. Okay, I hope you have understood, and at least you have learned something, some good values from this lesson. Okay, so don't forget these points. The first one is, don't complain about the obstacles or problems or the things that we don't have. Stop complaining for not having the things. Then second one, make use of the opportunity. It might be the teachers, or it might be the situation, or it might be the social media, to make it useful positively, not to spoil our time, not to spoil ourselves, with your parents' supervision. Then the third one, being a good person to remember the place, the people from whom we developed. We have to help them. Even if we reach the higher status in our life, if we become rich, if we become famous, then we should not change our character as if we are so high. No, we should be the same, and we must start helping the other person. Those who are in need, we have to start helping them. And the last one, we should develop our hobby, and only then we can be a successful career. We will be having a successful career. Okay, thank you students, thank you. We will deal some of the things in the next audio. Okay, the following section. Thank you everyone.